Hi everyone, my name is Tracy Miles, and today I'm here to talk about how to find a therapist that you can connect with or that you feel is a good match for you. This can be a delicate dance, and probably many of you have tried and you may have given up because you felt like you just couldn't find the right therapist, but there are a few things that you can do. What I have discovered in the many moons that I've been doing this is people don't often ask me questions. So I will prompt them to begin to ask me a few questions. Many people come in and they feel like they don't have the right to ask me questions, but I feel like it's actually important for you to ask questions of any therapist that you're sitting across from. So the first thing you want to experience is when you're sitting with a therapist, just notice what you feel in your body when you're sitting with them. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel edgy? All of those experiences are indicators of something that's happening. It may be something that's historic for you, but it also may be something that's happening in the moment. So notice those experiences and pay attention to them. Ask your therapist about their training. Ask them where they trained, how long they trained, if they enjoyed their training, what are some of the things that they learned about their profession while doing their training. Now, these things might not be important to you in the moment, but if you start to get a little bit of a background from your therapist, you may start to feel more connection because now you're in conversation versus it being a one-ended process where you're just giving them information about you. You can also ask your therapist, how do you support yourself? This is important information about the person you want to work with. If they're supporting you, how do they support themselves? I had one person actually ask me that question and I got so excited. And of course I answered it in all kinds of ways, but I thought it was such a great question, and it was demonstrating that I am not just sitting in a seat of power over, and that if you just do what I say. It was a process of that they were very curious about how I did what I did. Another question, that you can ask is, does your therapist get therapy? You want a therapist that does engage in their own therapy, and it's not a personal, out of the question or out of the boundary to be able to ask that question. It's an important question. I've had a client ask me this question, and again I got very excited about it, and I answered the question, and it did create some connection between us. And then ask them if they get supervision. Do they have someone who supervises them and helps them to unpack some of the clinical issues that come up?